Good morning, children. Sairam, welcome to this session. Today we are going to start with the new lesson, heredity and evolution. Okay, now let us just give the introduction of the lesson. Okay, what is meant by heredity and hereditary changes? Heredity is the transfer of biological characters from one generation to another via genes. This we have learnt in standard 9. What is meant by heredity? Okay, that is, heredity is a transfer of biological characters from one generation to the other with the help of genes. Okay, John Gregor Mendel is the pioneer of the modern genetics. This is just an introduction about the scientists. Okay, around the period of 1886, it took a long time for him to understand the conclusions of his research about heredity. It was not clear in 1886. He took a long time to understand this about this heredity. In 1901, the reasons behind the sudden changes were understood due to mutational theory of Hugo de Veris. Okay, so there was a theory called the mutational theory. There are sudden changes are due to mutation. That was, you would just learn the names of the scientists, because last year's portion it was omitted, but we will go through this because we don't know whether it will be omitted or no. Okay, so mutational theory by whom? Hugo de Veris. Okay, meanwhile in 1902, Walter and Sutton observed that the paired chromosomes in the cells of grasshopper. First they found out the paired chromosomes in grasshopper. Until then it was not known to anyone. First they found out where? Paired chromosome in grasshopper. Who? Watson and Sutton. Okay, research started in the direction of finding the nature of genetic material, and it was proved that genes are carried via chromosomes. Only after that they came to know that genes are carried via chromosomes. We have learnt about the structure of chromosomes, about genes, everything in standard 9. We will revise once again. Okay, in 1944, the trio of scientists Oswald Avery, Maclean McCarthy, and Colin MacLeod proved that except viruses, all living organisms have DNA as genetic material. We have been learning about the structure of virus. It doesn't have DNA. All other living organisms have DNA except virus. In 1961, the French genetics Francois Jacob and Jacques Monod proposed a model of a process of protein synthesis with the help of DNA in bacterial cells. This is only the name of the scientist and what they found out you have to know. It helped to uncover the genetic codes hidden in DNA. Thereby, the technique of recombinant DNA technology emerged, which has vast scope in the field of genetic engineering. The science of, why is heredity important? The science of heredity is useful for diagnosis, treatment, and prevention of various hereditary disorders, production of hybrid varieties of plants and animals, and in industrial process in which microbes are used. We will be in when you come to 6th, 7th, 8th lessons, you will be learning about the uses of all these heredity. Okay, the science of heredity useful in diagnosis, treatment, all these you will be learning in hybrid varieties of plants and animals. All these, and how microbes are used in industries, all these you'll be learning in the further 7th and 8th lesson in standard 10. Okay, now let us now start with the lesson. We have learnt about cell. You know what is inside the cell? Inside the cell there is the nucleus. Okay, so this is your cell. Okay, this is your cell, and inside the cell there is the nucleus. When you take the nucleus, there are some structures which are inside, which are called as what? Chromosome. You can see here, this is the inside the nucleus, there is the chromosome. And what happens to this chromosome? When a sequence of this chromosome is taken, it is called as the genes. What is the sequence of chromosome called? It is the genes. Okay, we have seen this last year. Okay, now let us continue. You can see the structure of DNA. We have learnt about Watson and Crick. You can see the structure. You can see the nucleotides. It is a double helix. It is made up of 2 strands. We have learnt all these in 9th standard. This is we have learned from 9th standard textbook only. I have taken this diagram. You can see here. See, there is always there is a pair of nitrogenous bases. There is adenine will always pair with thymine and guanine with cytosine in DNA. Okay, adenine A, T and C and G. Okay, A, T, G and C. They will form the group. Okay, they will always pair like this. There is a double helix which is made up of 2 strands. We have learned this. Rails of DNA made up of sugar and phosphoric group and pairs of the nitrogenous bases you can see over here. Okay, now let us see, we have learnt about RNA also. So in this, first when you are clear with DNA and RNA, we will further continue with this concept. Okay, there are 3 types of RNA we are going to learn. Here we have learnt even in standard 9. One is the ribosomal RNA or rRNA. What is meant by rRNA? The molecule of RNA which is a component of the ribosome organelle. That means it is present inside the ribosome, which is called as the ribosomal RNA. Ribosomes perform the function of protein synthesis. So function of ribosome you all know. So it is protein synthesis. So where is this rRNA present? The molecule of RNA which is component of the ribosome organelle, that is present inside the ribosome itself, that is called as a ribosomal RNA. From the name itself you can make out. Then what is meant by messenger? Second type we are going to learn is the messenger RNA. So in further process of transcription, translation, you will learn mRNA, tRNA, rRNA. So you will know what is this RNA. What is this messenger RNA or mRNA? The RNA molecule that carries the information of protein synthesis from genes. That is, the RNA molecule that carries the information of protein synthesis from genes. This we have learnt last year also. From, that is, DNA chain in the cell nucleus of ribosome in the cytoplasm which produce the proteins is called as messenger. It gives the message that this type of protein is produced. Okay, see here, the RNA molecules that carries the information of protein synthesis from genes. So genes produce some protein, that message is carried by this mRNA. Okay, that is message of protein synthesis. So the DNA chains in the cell nucleus to ribosomes in the cytoplasm which produce the proteins. So from DNA chain in the cell nucleus, so in the cell nucleus of the cell, what is there? DNA. That is the protein, the message is passed through ribosome. It is given to ribosome, and where is ribosome present? In the cytoplasm, which produce the protein. We have already learned that the function of ribosome is to produce the proteins. So which produce the proteins is called as the messenger RNA. So once again I will tell, the RNA molecules that carries the information of protein synthesis from genes. That means the DNA chain in the cell nucleus. In the cell, there is the nucleus, it has got DNA. This DNA will send that message. So the RNA molecule which carries the information of protein synthesis, okay, from the nucleus to the ribosome, which produce the protein is called as messenger RNA. Okay, now transfer RNA, the RNA molecule which according to the message of mRNA carries the amino acid up to the ribosome is called as TN. So the message is given from the mRNA, the RNA molecule along with the message of mRNA. mRNA is given the message which carries that is transfer. It carries the amino acid up to the ribosome is called as tRNA. So transfer of proteins, it carries the, not protein, and proteins are converted to amino acids. Carries the amino acid up to the ribosome is called as a tRNA. This is just for your information what is mRNA, rRNA and tRNA, which was there in your 9th standard textbook. I am just revising this because in the further concepts you will be learning more about all these RNA. See here, this is mRNA. It is only a single strand which is from the 2 double helix, one strand that forms the mRNA. Okay, and you can see the tRNA. Okay, and you can see the rRNA. It is present in the ribosome, and the tRNA, it is, you can see here there are 3 nucleotides, the 3 different colors at the down. That is the 3. We'll learn about the triplet codon. This is the codon present over here. It is tRNA. So the structure of mRNA, rRNA and tRNA is clear in this concept. Okay. So the mRNA is messenger RNA, rRNA ribosomal, and tRNA is the transfer RNA. Now let us just start with this concept. What is transcription, translation and translocation? Okay. Now with the help of RNA, what happens? See, the genes present in the form of DNA participate in the functioning of cell and thereby control the structure and functioning of the body. So with the help of RNA, the genes present in the form of DNA participate in the functioning of cell and thereby control the structure and function. So this both are important for the control the structure and functioning of the body. Now, information about protein synthesis is stored in the DNA. This we already know about, because protein synthesis is very important in our body. Information about protein synthesis is stored in DNA, and synthesis of appropriate protein as per requirement is necessary for the body. This, from here it is important. Information about protein synthesis, where it is stored? It is stored in the DNA. And the synthesis of appropriate protein as per the requirement of body, it is very necessary for the body to produce the particular type of protein. And for this, where the information is stored, it is stored in the DNA. Okay. Now, what is called as central dogma? This was asked not 2 years back. This question was asked. What is meant by central dogma? These proteins are synthesized by DNA through the RNA. So the process of protein synthesis by DNA through RNA is called as central dogma. That means the mRNA is produced as per the sequence of nucleotide on DNA. Only one of the 2 strands of DNA is used in this process. What is meant by central dogma? The proteins are synthesized by DNA through RNA. Okay, by DNA through RNA. This is called as central dogma, and mRNA is produced as per the sequence of, you see, there are 2 strands of the nucleotides. So I should have actually, if there is a board, I would have drawn and shown you. There are 2 strands of nucleotide. I will explain more in online session. Okay, there are 2 nucleotides. So one strand is used for formation of RNA, mRNA. We saw the structure of it. It is a single strand. Okay, mRNA is made up of only nucleotides of single strand. So one strand of DNA is used for the formation of RNA. Okay. Now, the sequence of nucleotides in mRNA is being produced is always complementary to the DNA strand used for synthesis. That means there are 2 strands of DNA. So when it splits together, I will show you the diagram. When it splits together, one strand will have the nucleotides complementary to the DNA nucleotides. This RNA will be formed, mRNA will form. That we saw, adenine means thymine. So the pairs of the nucleotides will be the opposite, complementary to this. Adenine means thymine. Okay, like this it will be formed, but besides there is uracil in RNA instead of thymine. So adenine instead of adenine, instead of thymine there will be uracil. So instead of adenine, we saw there A and T. So A and U, it will be adenine, and instead of T there will be uracil in RNA. Okay, this process of RNA synthesis from DNA. From DNA one strand, the process of RNA synthesis is called as transcription. This is important. What is meant by transcription? The process of RNA. If you write, the process of RNA synthesis is called as transcription also is correct. From here also you can write the sequence of nucleotide in mRNA is produced is always complementary to DNA strand which is used for synthesis. Complementary. So instead of thymine, there will be uracil in RNA. So A and U, G and guanine and cytosine will be the same. Instead of thymine, there will be uracil in RNA. So the process of RNA synthesis is called as transcription. Okay. Now we'll see the two more quickly we'll see the diagram. You see the strand. You can see this is, there are two strands of this. This is the you can see there are two strands here, isn't it? When it is going into the RNA polymerase, when this goes into this, the strands are opened. You can see here the strands are opened, and you can see over here there are, this one strand is used for the production of RNA, mRNA. Okay, so when it is attaching, it will be complementary to the DNA. The strand which is taken here is the below one, and complementary to that you can see there are mRNA, the nucleotides are attaching to this, and like this the mRNA will be formed. This is called as transcription. Okay, so this process is called as transcription. We will continue the rest. I will revise transcription in the next video and then continue the rest of this in the next video. Hope you all understood, children. We have learnt about the introduction of the scientist, and we learnt about what is meant by, we learnt about the basic, what is the cell, what is present inside the cell, the nucleus, cytoplasm and nucleus. Inside the nucleus, what is present, we saw. What is there? DNA. Okay, chromosomes are present. A part of the chromosome, which is called as the chromosomes, is called as the genes. These genes are responsible for biological changes in our body, and we learnt about the structure of nucleotides, we learnt about the structure of DNA, 3 types of RNA we learnt, and we started with the transcription process. I will revise transcription in the next video, and we will continue the next. Thank you, children. We have understood only the introduction part of this lesson. We will see in the next video. Thank you, children.